Hari Om, Namaste, Namaskara to everyone. Welcome to today's session of Manana on Advaita Makaranda. Today we are going to be talking about day 7 talk of Advaita Makaranda by Sri Prabhuji. So as we begin, let us begin with opening prayers. Srinivas Murthy ji, can you chant one opening prayer and pass it on to Babuji for the next?
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Maneji, would you please chant an opening prayer? Okay, he is yet to come in. Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyajyotihi Paratpara Jyotirjyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmyaham. Om.
Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you very much for joining in today. Welcome to another day's Manana. Again, as we discussed, we are going to be doing Manana, contemplating on day 7 talk by Sri Prabhuji on this wonderful text called Advaita Makaranda. May I request Babuji to conduct today's session?
I will begin and hand it over to you, sir. Na deha, na indriyam chaham, na pranaha, na manaha, na dhihi, mamata parirabdhatvat, akridatvat idam diyaha. This is shloka number 8 of Advaita Makaranda. We completed shloka number 7 in the last Manana session. Here, Lakshmidhar Kavi is saying, I am not the body, I am not Indriyas, I am not prana, I am not mind, I am not intellect. Of course, we all know we are aham, that is existence and consciousness. So he is saying that all these are these thoughts only, but are embraced as my thoughts wrongly by us. All these thoughts are players in the playground of this thought. This is what Lakshmidhar Kavi is saying. So we wrongly assume that they are all mamata as my position, the body, mind, intellect, prana, and the sense indriyas, which is wrong.
All right. So who would like to, we can start from from you only, Babuji. Please, what is your understanding of this whole thing? Or would you like to pose any questions? Share your understanding of this shloka in the light of Prabhuji's teachings on the talk that we have referenced.
We have two types of thoughts, aham thought and idam thought. Aham is pure existence and pure consciousness. All the rest are anatma or idam thought. But we wrongly perceive some of this thought as my possession, my body, my mind, my intellect, my prana, my senses, my wife, all those things, which is wrong. These are only players, inert players in the playground of this thought. It is as good as any other this matter. This is what I understood by this shloka.
Maneji, would you like to expand? Are you there, Maneji? Okay. Murtiji, would you like to share? More. So in this, I think they are not available. They must be looking at some. So let's go ahead. So what do we mean? What is the problem here? What is idam thought? What is aham thought here, according to the shloka that Prabhuji has explained?
Aham is existence and consciousness. All the rest.
No, aham thought. Aham thought. What is aham? Aham vritti is saying, or idam vritti, right?
Aham vritti is first I connect with, I exist. Then I connect with my body.
I thought, right?
Yeah.
So I thought consciousness.
I exist, first it comes. Thereafter, my body. I connect with my body. I connect with my relationship with the this. So like this, it goes on.
Correct. Okay.
And
no, we just discussed the whole thing can be classified. What does the shloka say?
This is
I am
aham thought and idam thought. These two are there.
What is aham thought?
Aham thought is that it is my body, my sense organs, my prana, my mind, my intellect.
Is that aham thought?
I mean, no, I'm sorry. I am body. I am body. These are all I thoughts. I am body. I am mind. I am intellect. I am prana. I am the indriyas.
Then.
So this is wrong. These are all these thoughts only. Like any other thought or something like that, other than my existence, I am the pure I, real I. All the rest are these thoughts only. These are also these thoughts only. We are all confusing it as aham thought, which is wrong.
So So I think, can you just quickly recap, because we had from the shloka, because Murtiji and Maniji had lost the connection. They're come back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll chant the shloka once again and then try to tell the meaning which I understood. Na deha, na indriyam cha aham, na pranaha, na manaha, na dihi, mamata parirabdhatvat, akridatvat idam diyaha, aham, na I am, na deha, na body, na indriyam, not indriyas, not prana, not mind, not intellect. These are all these thoughts only, idam thoughts. All these are players in the playground of this thought. But we wrongly embrace it as my thought, mamata, my position. This is what I understood from this.
Wonderful. So from this point, and then what Prabhuji has explained in the talk, can we share our understanding or any questions? Mane avare?
Okay. Kelsatala? Okay. So normally when we are awake or in the Jagrat Avastha, we feel we are doing everything ourselves. We always forget the primary thing for all these things to happen is the consciousness at the background. So it is always there, and we are always forget it. That is how we are actually behaving in our day-to-day life. So we should never forget that nothing can happen without the consciousness. If anything is happening, it is always happening because of that. So we forget that and we feel I am doing it, I am saying it, I am going here, I experience everything, and it is all happening because of me. So we feel our body is existing, so I am existing. So everything is happening because of me. So the consciousness background is totally forgotten in all our day-to-day living and experiences. So the very primary subject is that we should never forget the consciousness. Because of that things are happening, and it is there. Even our consciousness is through the Chidabhasa, which is a borrowed consciousness, not a real one. So real one, in fact, has no bearings. It is Asangaha. Asanga means it has nothing to do with our experiences. As Jiva, what experiences, it has nothing to do with our Jiva's experience to the consciousness. Because consciousness is Asanga. It has not having any relation with the Jiva's experiences. So this is what I understand. The primary thing is about the consciousness. We should never forget it. Always we should remember about this. And then we should say, because of that, I am able to do all this. I am able to experience all this. If that becomes very permanent, then we slowly lose the more interest in the worldly attachment, like what you call ahankara and mamakara. These are all there. We will slowly give up all this, because these are all only thoughts. It is not true. It is only we believe it is true, very much true, very much attached with all these things. Always be worried about our health, our body, this, that. We have to maintain, but we should not go too much deep more than the consciousness. So consciousness should never be forgotten and should be always kept in our background, and feel that we are doing all this because of that.
Thank you very much, Maneji, for this lovely sharing of understanding. Murtiji, what would you like to share on this topic, please?
Hari Om. The Prabhuji has told, you always get it confused yourself with I and my. You say my house, you say my car. That means you know that I am not the car, I am not the house. But in the same way, sometimes you say, well, I am the body, I have got pain. So that means you know very well that you are not the I or whatever this one. So there is a confusion between the object and subject. So the body, mind, intellect is nothing but a upakarana. It is like a car, like a house. It is only a object. But the real subject is your Atman. So you get confused. Sometimes you say, I myself, everything, and sometimes you say, I am the body. And even you say, I am the body, and sometimes you say, I am not the, that means my eyes. My eyes means you know very well that you are not the eye. My ear, you know very well is not, you are not the ear, you are separate from that. So there is a confusion arises between object and subject. So in this context, you are confused and say always, sometimes you say, I am body, sometimes you say, I am not the body. So because the clarity has not come, because you are not gone depth to know that all these body, mind, and intellect are all functioning because of that the subject matter, that Atman. So in this way, you should come out this confusion, and you should be aware that I am pure Brahman, Atman, and all these my body functioning are all happening through that one source, as on this using this upakarana, that's called object. So, but in reality, you are not the object, you are the subject. But the subject, through that Atman, you are using your this object and functioning in the world. That's what he has told. That's what, that much I have learned from the talk. Thank you.
Wonderful. So nice. So let's begin here. What are if we look at the central theme of this shloka, the 8th shloka, it says we are confusing with mine and me and mine, right? So sometimes we say we identify with objects and say this is me. Sometimes we say this is mine. So what are things according to what Prabhuji has explained in the talk? With reference to, first of all, let's go back. Okay, let's address it this way. Let's begin from this point. What are things? Things means objects. What are objects? In the light of what we have discussed, in the light of Advaita Makaranda, 8th shloka, and Prabhuji's teachings, talk number day 8, what day 7 talk, what are things?
Apart from me, everything is this.
Okay, can you explain?
Apart from me means existence and consciousness. That's all.
All right. That can you explain, because it is not clear. One sentence answer may not be clear.
Everything in the universe can be classified into aham and idam. I am aham, and everything else in the universe is idam. There is nothing other than existence and consciousness.
Let's
in the aham category.
No. Let us address this question first. What are things? Then we'll go to who am I? All right. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಒಂದು. So
everything in the universe.
let's not mix up who am I and things. ಅದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೇಳಿ.
All the objects in the universe are idam. Only myself is I am. Aham. Aham means existence, consciousness. The rest of the things, including my body, mind, intellect, pranas, indriyas, everything is idam only.
Idam means what?
Objects other than me.
Okay, all right. So rest of the people in the group, what would you like to say? What are things? Would you like to elaborate on what Babuji said, or would you like to add your own perspective?
Other than consciousness, which is a subject, all the things are object only, including this body, mind, intellect, everything. So when we say I have a headache, I am hungry, I know that I am hungry, I know that I am unhappy.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಧ್ಯ ಈ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. Just address the question, what are things?
Things are objects.
Okay. Things are objects. Like
things are inert objects, anatma. They are all inert objects. They are anatma.
Okay. Things are inert objects. Maneji also says things are object. Murtiji. Murtiji, you are on mute. Are you on mute?
Hariom.
What are things? What are things? Adik matra idu madkoli.
Prabhuji in his talk has told, if you are hungry, take one banana and eat banana, you become banana. So there is no object and subject. This one, object and subject are merged. But in reality, what is banana is made up of? Banana is made up of mud. Similarly, the whole object, including whatever you are seeing in the universe, including your body, is made up of 5 elements.
Alla, adu amele. It is not the character of the object that we are talking of. What are objects or things? What are things? What are things? Other address ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋಣ. It's you raised an important point, but we are jumping the gun to the final step. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು the realization of what objects are. ಅದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಕುತೂಹಲ ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಈಗಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ. So what are, right now the question before us is, what are things? And we will link it up with the difficulty with the truth of shloka number 8 of Advaita Makaranda that Prabhuji has described. Murthy avare, the ball is in your court.
I think I feel what I feel is that things it itself cannot.
Simple definition. ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, simple ಆಗಿ, what if there are things, do you agree this is a mobile phone?
Yeah.
Is this a thing? So athara, what are things according to simple things? Simple definition. Nim prakarane, in your own words.
Allah, this as per my own word, the whole body, mind, intellect, and whatever this one are all nothing but things only.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Great.
But
Ashsako, meaning, okay, because
they cannot act themselves. They have to depend on the this one, Chidabhasa, reflection of the one. So,
okay. So, so things are all objects. Things are okay. Things are objects that are driven by energy. They can't act on their own. They are driven by energy. For example, car is an object. So all things according to Vedanta is classified as one category. Everything, T-H-I-N-G, pratiyondu vastu. All things are classified under one category. What is that? What category is that?
Idam.
Idam. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Idam annadon pada aite. It is a word. It is a statement. What does it mean?
Existence. Iru.
No.
All
No. What does idam mean? Idam vritti. Objects, for example, the coffee cup. What do we say this? This is a teacup coffee cup. What do we say? This is a coffee cup. Okay. This is my specs.
Yeah.
What do we say this? We say this is a spec.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of these objects are what they are classified under what category?
Idam vritti.
Idam vritti. That means every object is a thought in the mind. Isn't it? Thought of cup, thought of specs, thought of microphone, thought of mobile phone or laptop in front of me. The object is there in front of me, but I know it is an object because I have a thought. I know this is a laptop because my brain is saying, so this is a laptop.
Yeah.
This is a laptop. This is a teacup. This is a spec.
Yeah.
So what can we conclude about this? What can we say all objects are?
All objects thoughts.
What kind of thoughts? Correct. All objects are thoughts. Correct. What kind of thoughts? All right. Do you say Vasu is an object? What is the difference between Vasu and a teacup?
No difference.
Or, for example, your own self. Between Murthy, let us have between Srinivas Murthy and teacup. For example, what is the difference between yourself and the teacup, Murthy ji? Or any object that you take?
Between consciousness and existence.
Allappa, simple agiri. You're going to the last step. It is not going to help in this stage to bring out manana on the shloka. We have to elaborate the shloka. We have to understand the shloka in the light of day 7 talk. So
Vasu is a living being.
That is
Vasu is a living being.
So for you, for example, if you say the question was, every object is a thought. That's the right statement. Okay, truth. Now we are saying it's a certain type of a thought, as opposed to Srinivas Murthy, Srinivas Babu, Vasu, Mane, Dayanandrao Mane, that is another type of a thought. This is a
Aham vritti and
different.
idam vritti.
One nimsha, Babu, right? One nimsha.
Yes, sir.
So, what type of thought is the object? Are all the objects? Murthy avare. What type of thought?
There is a living and non-living, Allah.
ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನ್ category? In the shloka, there are two types of categories of thoughts given.
Sorry, shloka ಹೇಳಿ.
Okay, all right. Babuji, you are the champion. ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ.
Aham vritti and idam vrittis. I thought and this thought.
Okay. Murthy avare, is it all right? All objects are classified under idam vritti. What does idam vritti mean? This object. This andre enartha?
Objects.
Okay.
Not me.
What is the characteristic that makes us say this cup? Why don't I say this Vasu? Why don't I say this Murthy? Why don't I say this Mane? Why don't I say this Babu? Do I say that? Normal speaking, ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಉಮಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ? ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. But even in language, we don't say this. We say this only to objects.
Yeah.
What property? What is the quality of the object that makes us say this to this? Now, so far is clear. This thought is objects. I thought is me. This thought and I thought. Idam vritti and aham vritti. Now let us find out what makes us classify objects, any object, as this.
Allah, aham vritti means I am seeing.
No, you please, now you answer this question. What makes us classify objects as this?
I classify objects as this because I am consciousness.
Correct. What makes you
I am
all right. Let's take nim voice break ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Your voice is not heard.
Allah, I am subject. You are object.
Okay, agreed appa. Subject, object. That is also one way. But what makes you say this is an object? Why don't you consider this as a subject?
Consciousness.
Which means what? What is this?
Inert.
Ashte. Finish. All inert objects are this. Isn't it? Mic is this, laptop is this, table is this. You only say this table, this phone, this house, this road, this building. Everything is inert. Okay, na? As opposed to conscious entity, which we say I am.
Yes.
For a conscious entity, we don't say this. Okay.
Yes.
So there are two types of thoughts. This thought, which means they are all object thoughts, which means they pertain to inert objects. And that is idam vritti. Then the I thought, which is aham vritti. I thought is still a thought in the mind. Nanu, the feeling of I where? In my head. I am Vasu. But what is the difference between I thought and the thought of that this is a cup? I thought is the thought of the subject. It is the conscious entity. I thought, as an I thought, I'm able to recognize all objects. One neat way of putting it is, if we have two things, cup, okay, and then me. Who recognizes whom?
I recognize the cup. I am a knower.
So can the cup recognize Maneji?
No, no.
So there comes the distinction between conscious entity and inert entity. Now, where is the trouble? Now let's go to the next step. There are two thoughts. Idam vritti and aham vritti. Now, the moment we get aham vritti, what happens to idam vritti? A transformation happens. A change happens. According to the shloka, Prabhuji tumba chennagi explain madidare. In the talk, Prabhuji has put a diagram. Two ovals. Can you recall? Idya? All right, let's don't worry about it, but we will trigger the memory. Now, so far there are two types of thought, two categories of thoughts. Idam vritti, aham vritti. Okay. Now, when aham vritti comes, it does not leave the idam vritti alone. What does it do to it? It does something.
It says it's
according
mine.
to the shloka, we are not, according to the shloka only, you please say. According to what Prabhuji has said. Ivaga, let's take it this way. Okay, I will provoke your thinking in another direction. If I say aham, what do I mean? What is the boundary of aham?
Existence and consciousness.
I am.
Aham vritti.
Oh, aham vritti. Okay.
Sorry, I will rephrase the question. Nanu, this I, when I say, which means I am classifying something else as not I, isn't it?
Yes.
When I say I refer to certain thing as I or a certain boundary as I. Okay. Then the cup is not I. Tea cup or coffee cup is not I.
Yeah.
All right. Which means it's outside of I.
Yeah.
Till where is the limit to which I extend my I thought?
You are classifying that the object, including your body, mind, object, you are classifying as subject because you are not aware of that subject of Atma.
Okay, correct, wonderful. But in relation to the question, let's look at it this way: does my I thought extend to the room? This whole room that I'm sitting?
No.
It is less than the room, alva. If I thought is the room, then the books on the bookshelf must be I. No, I say that book or this book. Okay, that is classified as this. Every object in the room is this. Then what is I? I thought. It is less, it is limited to something.
It is limited to body, mind, and intellect.
Wonderful, correct. See, it is limited to, when I say I feel everything which is this body, this mind, this intellect is me. Correct? Everything that is not this body, anything outside this framework, 5.5 feet by 70, 80 kgs weight plus 2 feet width, length, width, height, weight, all of this person is not me. Everything else is this. So everything outside of this physical boundary, this boundary of this body is not me. That's why I say this cup. I don't say this body, right? Now, when I thought comes, it doesn't leave the cup alone. It does something to the cup. What does it do? Let me tell you, okay, let's address it. Another doubt idea? All right, suppose you come to my house. I offer you a cup of tea in this cup, clean washed cup. Then you say, this cup is very nice and you want to take it home.
Yeah.
What will be my first reaction?
It is my cup.
I won't allow you to take it home. First reaction. Okay. Why? This cup has become my cup. See what I thought is doing. Can this become mine without the I thought coming up in my mind? Till the I thought comes, nothing happens to this. This remains this. When I thought comes, I am this. Then this becomes no longer this becomes mine. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಮಕಾರ, ಮಮತಾ.
Yeah.
Thoughts of attachment.
Me and mine.
Okay, the moment I thought comes, aham vritti comes, mama vritti also comes, me and mine.
We embrace that, he says.
We embrace it. Okay, suppose you give your house on rent and the tenant does not leave your house. House is an object. It is this thought. But when a certain situation comes, situations will convert this into mine because I thought arises.
The ahankara and mamakara are the two sides of the same coin.
Correct. Correct.
There is ahankara and mamakara.
Ahankara vichara ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು not yet, but when it becomes mine, it becomes ahankara.
Earlier also I told you, it is my car, my house.
Correct.
So because ahankara, then we have a mamakara, like that, whether a house or a son or a daughter or a wife, they are mine. So these are is a one package. You leave ahankara, mamakara I itself goes.
Correct. Correct. Very nice. This much is clear. Why do we want to attach ourselves to the objects? Why do we convert this to mine?
It gives happiness to me.
In the process, what does it do?
We associate.
What does
with
it
the
do
object.
to mamakara, mama vritti, mamata? It says, no?
Mamata parirabdhatvat. Yes, sir.
All right.
Mamata parirabdhatvat.
Maneji wanted to say
Akridatvat idam diyaha.
Wonderful. Yes, Maneji.
We associate with the object as mine, and anything happens to the object, we feel it is happening to me, though it is other than me.
Okay, so if you look at idam vritti, is there a boundary limit? Is there a limit to which I say I meaning this is me?
Body, mind, intellect.
Is it correct? This body, or everything that pertains to within this body is I thought. All right. Is there a limit? Is it limited or unlimited?
Limited.
It is unlimited. Okay. Now, when I look at an object and that object has no relationship with me, I make it mine. Nandagati. In the process, what am I doing? I make it mine because it gives me happiness is one thing, at least though temporary. But what am I doing in the process?
You're trying to grow.
In what way? You're trying to grow how?
You want to become infinite.
So I'm
which is your own nature.
From the body, limited body, I'm expanding the boundary of I thought to include objects. That is why the purpose, why do we have so many desires? Because
our nature is ananta.
Because we want to expand from our limited self. Right? Therefore, all of this is to realize my true nature. But unfortunately, the next line, what does it say? I mistake, there is a confusion between me and mine. I and mine.
Yes.
I interchange it. What is I and what is mine? The moment I say it is mine, Prabhuji very nicely says in the talk, no? The moment I say it is mine, then it is an object, it is not me. My car, my house.
Yeah.
So it is, it becomes an object. It is my possession.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we give an example of the confusion between me and mine? Srinivas Murthy ji just said in his introductory remark that sometimes I consider it mine, sometimes I consider it I, and we get confused.
Example is, say, my car, my house, is all related to me because of there's an attachment with that this one. That's why I will tell it is my house, my or my this one. So because of it's called attachment. Am I correct?
Okay, correct. Then where is the confusion? We don't say this is car. We don't say car is me.
I am not hearing. I am not hearing.
You are not hearing?
We confuse.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
we can
Murtiji
hear
is
you.
trying to say something. Hold on. We'll proceed and then we'll come. We will when one of the Atma Jyoti speak, we will address to his point, and then we'll go to our point. Even contribute. Everyone can address to his point. He is saying, Murtiji is saying right now. Can you repeat, Murtiji?
Because of this attachment and moha, whatever case, it's all say it's mine. Because there is an attachment with me. So when there is no attachment, I can't say somebody's car is my car. Somebody's house is my house. So only because of that idamrutti and ahamrutti, because that shows whatever attachment I have, I will always say it is it's all mine. I can't say other than when there is no attachment, there is no idamrutti.
Okay, so Babuji, what would you like to say about Murtiji's comment?
Nothing much, but what the shloka says, I can tell.
Allah, how will you navigate through this? Madi, please do that. Respond to Murtiji. If you think different, it is okay. That is fine. But then you have to help Murtiji see your point of view. Heli. Please say.
This shloka cut ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ sir, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Wait. Murtiji, hold on. We just have 10-15 minutes. We'll do that. Proceed, Babuji. What the shloka says, you say. That is also fine.
What the shloka says is, there's a confusion. All mamata, that is my positions, I consider it as aham. I embrace them. The mamata. That is, these are all body, mind, intellect, prana, and indriyas. I consider it as I, which is wrong. These are all my possessions only, mamata.
Okay, wonderful. So, the confusion lies with what?
Sometimes I think that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, I am the indriyas, I am the prana, and all these things. So, I'll say my leg is paining.
Okay.
I have got fever, I will say.
Wonderful. So, where does the confusion start? We don't say I am this cup. There is no confusion with the cup.
Yeah.
Okay, where does the confusion or the mix-up between mamakara, mamata, and the idam vritti and aham vritti, mix-up between idam and aham vritti start?
Yeah, this is body, mind, intellect complex.
So our reference actually is this body. Hauda?
Yeah.
Anything outside the body is not me.
Yeah.
Anything inside the body or within the body is me. This body is me. The thoughts that are occurring is me. The intellect, the decisions taken is me. Everything is me, because this is a conscious entity. Isn't it? So the reference is outside of this body is not me or this. And within this body is me. Now, what is the 8th shloka of Advaita Makaranda saying, wait, don't be so quick to conclude. Na deham, na mana, na buddhi. Even that is idam, not just outside the body. We have no confusion with the teacup. We have no confusion with the house or the car. Why?
Yeah.
They are considered external objects.
Yeah.
Internal, this and other, it starts with the body. So all the confusion between idam and aham, or mix up between idam and aham, if they are kept separate, no problem. If I join them together, mix up idam and aham, then sometimes I say this body, sometimes I treat this as myself.
Yeah.
That confusion is
Yeah.
online. So if we take just one example, Maniji, can you give one example of a confusion between me and mine with respect to either the body, mind, or intellect? Take one thing where you refer to this as an object, and the same situation expressed in another way, it becomes me, I.
With respect to consciousness, it is
Consciousness confusion illa alvarappa.
Okay.
Let's not go there. Is consciousness confused? The jiva is confused. Who does clarity need? Where is the clarity required? In our intellect. So where do we treat? Give one, think of some example where we treat, sometimes we treat either the body, everything that is close to us as object, and sometimes we treat it as mine, me.
So me is pertaining to my body, mind, intellect.
One example, Kodi. We are just asking for an example. All right, let's do this. Can you express headache in two different ways? What is your popular way of expressing headache? If you want to, your voice is not heard. Can you repeat, please?
I am mute agittu. Headache is pertaining to the body.
Allah. How, for example, how will you tell your wife?
I am having headache.
You have a headache. I have a headache.
Headache.
Okay. What does your head refer to? Idam or aham? I have a headache.
Idam
Head
only.
means I have headache.
Idam.
Idam.
Yes.
Okay. Then if you want to objectify it, how will you say to your wife? My head is aching. My head. My head means what? It is mine. It is an object.
Idam.
My neck is paining. My back is paining. My back means what? It is not me. I have a backache. That means I've confused my back, my body to be me. That's why I'm saying I have a backache. So the same thing sometimes I use as aham and sometimes I use as idam. When I say my back is aching, then I'm distinctly considering it as separate from me. I can do something about it. When I consider it as myself integrated, I can do nothing about it. Only death can remove that, because I has to go, or jnana must move.
You have to separate it out. Idam and Adam. Idam and
or jnana, me confusion, me and mind confusion must go. Jnana will reveal it. But today, immediately, you need a painkiller. You will take a painkiller if you say, my back is aching. My knee is pain. Right? So the whole confusion about manana here in the 8th sloka is the confusion, the mix-up between me and mine. There is no problem with external objects. There is no confusion. I will say my cup. I don't say I am the cup, my tea. I'll say my house, my car. It's clear. Car is different from me. So what is an object? Anything that is it, this, that, any pronoun will become object. That is the book. This is a book. This is a coffee cup. Becomes an object. It can become mine when I thought arises, or it can remain as it is when you are witnessing. But when I thought arises, everything that is this or that or it will start becoming mine because of the inherent possessive nature of the I thought. I thought wants to expand, come out of its limitation. So it seeks expansion through attaching objects to it. Just like physically we grow, no? As a child we grew. So psychologically we grow by attaching objects and possessions, expanding our mind, not knowing that it is not because of that. Actually, it is because of the silencing of the mind. That is jnana stage, natural process. So if we understand this much in this shloka, me and mind comes, confusion comes only from the level of this body and inside. My thought, my body. Sometimes I treat it as my thought, sometimes I treat it as this thought. Sometimes I treat it as my body, sometimes I treat it as this body. I mean, I am the body or this body. Sorry, I stand. Sometimes I treat it as I am the thought. I am confused, Antivi. I am confused means what? Actually, I meant I am the intellect. Who is confused? The intellect in me is confused. I am upset, I say. Who is it that is upset? The mind is upset because the mind is emotional. I am happy means the mind is happy. I have headache, body ache, I have indigestion. Or even I feel energetic today, positive. I'm healthy and happy today. Let's take positive. That is, I am healthy means this body is healthy. I am happy means mind is happy. So I've identified with the body to say I am healthy. I've identified with the mind to say I am happy. On a positive note. At other times, okay, this body is tired, we say. So that's why if you say, many times Jnanis will say, this body. Even when they say I, they refer to I in two different contexts. This That means for communication purposes, a Jnani has to tell the student or the disciple, if he says this body, this, that, then they will get confused. What is this and me? So the Jnani will use I went, I came. I went, I came means what he means is this body, this came. At the same time, there is a truth. I went, I came means it's actually the consciousness that is empowering the body to go and come. So the whole unit, consciousness plus the body, mind, intellect together makes the movement. Whereas for a seeker, I came, I went means the body came and body went only. Till the understanding, right understanding comes with the help of the teaching of the Sadguru. The student will never say, I went andre ahankardindane. By ego only he'll say, I came, I went, I did. I did means this body did. I completed the project means this body, mind, intellect completed the project. For a normal seeker. But when we understand it through these teachings, we come to know. So if we have to summarize today's discussion, what would it be? Let each one of us share one point. Where did we start? Murthy avare, one point heltira. Where did we start? Two types of thoughts. Can you just say? Two types of thoughts. Can we recall? Murthy ji, I think he's
mute.
Oh. Mute. I think you're on mute.
What is the question?
We are just trying to summarize what the discussion of today. So each one of us will share one or 2 points. So let's begin with how we started. We started with two types of thoughts, two categories of thoughts. What are those two types of thoughts?
The two types of thoughts we have started is, can you hear?
Now you can hear.
Of thoughts we have started is aham vritti and
Aham vritti and idam vritti. Okay.
So aham vritti means yeah.
Aham vritti is
Hello.
I thought. Idam vritti is this thought. So the boundary of this and aham is references this body. This person. Aham vritti. Anything outside of this is idam vritti. First definition. Then, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರೇ. ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಏನೋ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್
idam vritti.
Correct. Idam vritti is this thought which is outside of the body in the first place. Then Maneji, where when I thought comes, something happens to this thought. What happens? What did we discuss?
Mind will come.
Allah. What did we discuss? What happens to this thought? What will I thought remain, leave the objects alone?
No.
What will it do? What happens to this thought or object thought?
It extends to other objects.
It becomes mine. It extends. What was not me becomes mine.
Mine.
That means I'm adding something to me. I'm expanding myself.
Yes.
Okay. Babuji, where does the confusion arise between I thought.
Between my thought and aham thought, the confusion arises because we embrace the mind thought all.
At what level?
Body, mind, intellect, prana, and indriyas level.
Yeah, anything outside of me, the inert object, there is no confusion.
Confusion, yeah. There is no confusion, yeah.
So interchange, mix-up happens only with the one that is close to I, which is body, mind, intellect, which is outside of the body, mind, intellect is clear. There is no confusion.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
the other classic definition that Prabhuji always says is, the moment I know this is mine, my car, my thought, Murtiji said that in the opening remarks, understanding. The moment we say this is my car, that means it is not me. So when I say my body, I clearly understand it is not me. I am the knower of the body. I am the kshetrajna that Prabhuji says, referring to Bhagavad Gita. And what is the body, mind, intellect? Kshetra, the field of operation according to Bhagavad Gita. So what is the 8th shloka trying to say of Advaita Makaranda? From Kshetra, know that you are Kshetrajna. You are the knower of. Don't be confused. So the moment you hear you are the mind, body, then you say na mana, na prana, na deham. Know that this is a trick played by nature to say converting me to mine when me sees the objects. Mamata. This becomes mine. And the whole field is I thought interacting and playing in the
playground of this thought.
Playground of this thought. This thought is the world. This thought is huge. Yeah. And I thought is the jiva thought which comes into the world and grows. So it's a play between this thought and me. This is what Prabhuji has beautifully explained. I thought is small. This thought is big. I thought is a subset of this thought in the beginning. That is why I thought wants to expand by acquiring objects. Isn't it? It will expand. But later on, with the teaching of the realized master, we know that the root of I thought is I.
Yeah.
I is not I thought. I is the root of I thought. Source of I thought. So at the real level of I don't come into the world and go. I watch the play of I thought and this thought. When at the level of I witness. And I enjoy the game. So therefore
Manaji has learnt a lesson from today. He will say, my head is suffering, my headache. And he headache.
My head is aching. All right. So, idral vandidapa, Prabhuji often refers to it in many places. For the purposes of communication, we can always say, I have a headache. But what should be our clarity of understanding?
Head is aching.
My head is aching. That is internal clarity. Okay. This food is nice, Anta. Give a good call. You have cooked right food, very tasty food, and heli. Okay, Prabhuji gives a very hilarious example. when a person got hit. Okay, so when it's somebody's birthday, heartily buy a gift and congratulate. But internally, no, birthday is only for the body. Don't say you're not born, therefore no birthday. So go and celebrate the birthday. Huh? So the key point here is using words for communication for the purposes of communicating in the society is one part, but clarity of understanding within myself, in my intellect, is another part. I can be very clear. Even in the workplace, you did a wonderful job. You have to congratulate your teammate. No harm in saying. But internally, it must be all the cosmic forces have contributed. There is no individual doer. Even when I achieve success, I can say, okay, I did it for the purpose of communication, but better not to say, better to acknowledge the contribution of everybody. But internally, I should know everybody, all the Panchabhutas, all the beings contributed. That is why in leadership, what do they say? They say it is teamwork, which means it's a recognition of contribution from everybody, not just myself. So individual doership will go away. So that is a limited way. Oh, my battery is going low. Let us quickly
Time
chant the Shanti mantra. 1 minute. I will just please chant the Shanti mantra. I will get the battery. Proceed.
Yeah. Om Asato ma Satkamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Murti ji.
Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Nanimbudu Nanalla Ideha Mana Buddhi Nanalla Satchidanandatma Shivananane Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. Babuji.
ಮಾನೇಜಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ.
ವಾಸುಜಿಯವರು ಹೇಳಿ.
Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam. ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾನೆ ಅವರೇ. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು.
ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆತ್ಮ ಶಿವ ನಾನು ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ.
Babuji, loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. You can chant.
Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu.
Thank you. We will meet in 15 days from now. We will discuss the logistics, change of time